Hey collectors, welcome to Star Wars Collected. I'm Jonathan. Guys, you have found me in a very excited mood. Today I'm recording this is March 8th, but on March 7th, we found out the Star Wars Celebration is opening up their ticket sales again. We're going to talk all about what that means for you as a collector. My first Star Wars Celebration was in 2019. It was at Chicago. I went with my lovely wife, who isn't the biggest Star Wars fan, but is a huge fan of me, so she's super awesome. And our friend Madison, who is a big Star Wars fan. We had an amazing time, and I knew that I needed to figure out a way to convince my wife to come back for the next Star Wars Celebration in 2020. As you know, that didn't happen, and then it was rescheduled, I think, for 2021. That also didn't happen, and then we got it rescheduled for very soon here in May of 2022, but tickets weren't going back on sale. We kind of thought maybe at this point that if you had refunded your ticket that was the only, that you don't have a chance of going again, and that only people who kept their tickets would be able to go. However, yesterday they just released tickets will be on sale March 15th at 9 a.m. Pacific, which is noon Eastern, which is where I am. So that, I believe, is a Tuesday, about a week from now. And I could not be more excited. People got their lives really disrupted by COVID. Star Wars Celebration is about the only thing that really hit me, though. I had already scheduled it. I already had plane tickets. I already had Airbnb lined up. I had tickets for it. And of course, it got canceled. So that was kind of the one major disruption in my life. And now that cases are going way down and mask mandates are coming off and things of that nature, this is going to feel like a good kind of F you to COVID, being able to go back and see all my Star Wars friends. So let's talk about what they actually announced. So they announced, like I said, tickets are going back on sale March 15th at 9 a.m. Pacific. I think it is going to be a limited number of tickets because there are quite a few people who kept them from last time. I sold mine just because, or returned mine or refunded mine just because I didn't know if it would work out. I didn't know where my life was going to be in 2 years. So in hindsight, I wish I'd kept them, but we're all okay. So you have different levels of tickets you can purchase. There's the Jedi Master at $900 for the 4 days, but they do give you some early access to things. They give you some exclusive store things. There is like express lanes for autographs and express lanes for the panels and things of that nature. So you sort of get a, like I said, it's sort of a VIP treatment type thing. They also give you a whole bunch of exclusive merchandise, but it's kind of things you're kind of used to, like lanyards and patches and things of that nature. So awesome if that's what you want to do. That's not what I'm doing. Hopefully I'm going to pick up another 4-day pass, which is $195. So that I don't think is unreasonable in any way. There's also 4-day kids, which is $70, so not too bad for the little ones. And then you can buy individual days, $75 a piece. It starts Thursday, it ends Sunday. Sunday, as I recall, is usually a little bit of a shorter day. And then kids are $35 a piece as well. Ages 6 through 12 need those. If they're younger than that, then they don't need them. So they're going to go back on sale. There's going to be a limit of 12 tickets total. There are some taxes and things like that outside of that you need to factor in. They're then going to mail your tickets to you. And there are some health and safety guidelines that they are going to be putting on the guests as they are there. One thing to keep in mind is that Star Wars Celebration is done by Reed Pop. And then, of course, they are in Anaheim Convention Center, which is right across the street from Disneyland. So some of these rules might be California rules. They might be Reed Pop rules. It's not necessarily Lucasfilm's rules that are putting on this. So you need to be fully vaccinated if you are over the age of 5. And then you need to have a negative test if you are under the age of 5 to come. They're asking you to wear an approved face covering. Now, I don't know about you guys, but where I live, the mandate is actually just lifted yesterday. But even though I was a big proponent of trying to keep everyone safe, wearing masks, I was not wearing them last weekend. We've got really low numbers here in Ohio right now, so we're feeling pretty good. So I don't know how well this will be enforced. It could be something where you hit that convention floor and you're not wearing one and someone's right on you saying, hey, do you need a mask? Please mask up. It could also just be like, this is in our rules. We're putting out the guidelines that we know we should, that are the safest. but then kind of letting people do what they want. I know that's been a big kind of concern of people who want to do cosplay and things of that nature. I know some people have already been doing that at other conventions, either integrating the mask into their costume somehow, or it might feel kind of silly, but if you're trooping as a TK or something like that, to have a face mask underneath that. So who knows what's going to happen with that. And then they're just going to, ask us to do normal stuff. Try to keep a little bit of distance if you can. Wash your hands, please. Wash your hands. Wash those Wookiee mitts of yours. Now, this time I will be solo, if you will. And there's a Facebook group for that, so you can check that out as well. I think it's like Going Solo or something solo, Star Wars Celebration, check it out. But in some ways I'm not going to be going solo, because between last celebration and this celebration, I started this channel. There's 1,300 odd of you guys, definitely odd of you guys, watching us. And I'd love to see you guys. So if you're going to Star Wars Celebration, either throw it down in the comments, or better yet, talk to me on Instagram. Let's figure something out. I'm going to probably be there for 4 days. I'm also probably going to go to Disneyland and go to Batuu and things like that for the 2 days before that. So I'm going to be there for like a good week. And I would love to meet you guys in person. That would be so awesome. Tickets back on sale. They're going to be online at SWCA22.com/tickets. Which is not just the normal Star Wars Celebration URL. And they released new art. So they released this new art piece I'll put up. It looks really cool. I like it a lot. It's kind of blending different generations. You have Luke Skywalker from A New Hope. You have Ahsoka with her 2 lightsabers. You have Din Djarin and little baby Grogu over her shoulder. Then you have Darth Maul. Then you have what I'm guessing, I think it's Anakin with his cloak on. Actually, might technically be Darth Vader when he sells his blue lightsaber in Revenge of the Sith. And then you have Vader above that with some different lightsabers kind of poking out, and you've got some AT-STs and some TIE Fighters and some Death Stars and all kinds of cool shit. As well, they have also already opened up the Celebration store, so if you want to go to the Star Wars Celebration website, you can buy basically this t-shirt, but for Anaheim and for 2022, as well as some merchandise that has that key art that's on there. Now, this is a collecting channel. Let's talk about whether it's worth going to Star Wars Celebration as a collector. It's not inexpensive. You have to, if you're not from Anaheim, then you need to fly there, and you need to have housing while you're there. The tickets themselves, I actually think, are pretty reasonable for the amount of time that you get there, the amount of things that there are to do, but that's still an expense. And if you're going with family, then you need multiple tickets and all that stuff. So it is an investment. You're looking at, for me, it's probably going to be probably close to $1,000 just to get there and attend. By the time I pay for my housing and things like that, it is going to cost. It's going to cost some money. And when you're there, what is there as a collector? Well, it's if you've ever been to a con, just imagine that. But it's all Star Wars, so everything is relevant to your interest, instead of it sort of being like, oh, that guy's a Star Wars, that's so cool, or maybe I really like Marvel movies, so that's so cool, but I have no idea what that anime thing is over there, and I don't know what that comic book is over there. It's literally all things you're going to be interested and love. You're going to see pieces that maybe you've only seen online, some really rare master replica type things, maybe even some things which I'm not sure if you call them a prototype, but EFX shows us a lot of cool stuff, doesn't always put it into production, so you might see some really cool stuff from there. Just a lot of things that you maybe have, I don't want to use the word fantasize, but you've seen it online, you thought, oh, that looks really cool, and you can actually see it in person here, so that's kind of cool. If kind of a cool way to do a little bit of homework and research. There are some things which are going to be exclusive to the con that you can only get there. That can be kind of a nightmare, especially on things like the Hasbro Black Series things and the Funko Pop things. In the past, they've done sort of a lottery system. You sign up, and then they notify you as to whether you may have the privilege to purchase it. So that can be kind of a headache. Are you going to find a lot of deals there? Yes and no. So I picked up a Gentle Giant Spider Maul piece, which is super cool. I think it's a re-release because I think I remember seeing it before. It was not inexpensive, but it was not astronomically expensive, and every single time I see one on the secondary market now, it's at least 30% to maybe 100% more than what I paid for it. So that was nice that I got to buy that at retail price. I also picked up a Gentle Giant Death Trooper piece, a little statue guy. Not a real expensive piece, but on eBay and things like that, I was always seeing them go for about $100 to $125, something of that nature, and someone there was selling them for $75. So there are going to be the occasional places where you're going to get something that it makes sense to buy it there than it would to buy it on the secondary market or buy it from another vendor, something of that nature. You're also going to see a lot of stuff that you've never seen before, which is also cool. You're going to have some people who are making things. I don't, I've got a rotation of Star Wars t-shirts that I wear kind of for you guys here, but you're going to find so much cool merchandise. You're going to find a lot of really cool art. That was one of the other things I got. It was sort of the key art piece from that year. And that's in a frame down here. So there's some cool opportunities there, but the art is really cool. There's also going to be some autograph and meet and greet type things. So you're going to be able to, meet the people that you've seen on screen before, which is a cool experience. I usually do the autograph things, so that way I kind of have something that is a little more museum-like. I kind of like the museum aesthetic, opposed to doing an actual photo of me and Billy D. Williams or something like that. But that is a cool opportunity that you'll have as well. That might be an area where they're actually enforcing the face masks a little bit more. I don't know. But I can see, you're the actor, you're the talent that's up there. Even if numbers are low, I could see them being pretty strict on that because, that actor or whatever, they're going to come in contact with thousands of people throughout that weekend. So there's that opportunity as well. But here's the big thing, right? Maybe you like sports, maybe you like other things out there. When you like something like a franchise like this, or you like something like a film, we don't have a baseball game that we get to go to once a week or something like that, or watch, a new game on TV. We can pop the movies in. We can collect things, which I think is how a lot of us kind of express our love for Star Wars and sort of recapture that feeling and interact with our hobby and our love of the saga. But Star Wars Celebration creates this unique opportunity in which everyone around you loves Star Wars, lives and breathes it. They understand the weird references. They understand the passion that you feel for this franchise. So in some ways, it's kind of like our Super Bowl, our baseball game, an expression of what we can, expression of what we love about Star Wars and what we love about collecting. And, it means a lot to a lot of us. For me, it was the first film franchise that I figured out that people made that film and that you can go and make a profession out of making films. And I ended up going to film school, and I'm a creative director now, and I make videos all the time. So it means a lot to me, and for other people it means other things. Maybe it's not their profession, but it gave them strength through a hard time, or it's just always been someplace that they can go and find meaning. So it's nice to be around those people. In general, people are super nice when you're there. Everyone's just kind of looking to connect. We're all just happy that there's other people in the universe that are like us. Star Wars is a hugely popular franchise, but there is that 2% of people that would be interested in something like a Star Wars Celebration, and then there's an even smaller percentage that unfortunately can make it work economically and things of that nature. So you're really talking about the sweatiest of the sweaties when it comes to Star Wars. So if you're a collector, you might not find the best deals there, but you are going to find some rare pieces that maybe you haven't seen before that are just great to look at. You're going to get a couple sneak previews of some things that might be coming out, maybe from Sideshow or Hot Toys, something of that nature. And you're going to get the chance to connect with people who don't think you're weird, who get it. They understand your passion because they share it too, and maybe their whole family does or their whole friend group does. Also the cosplay, so if you're in the one-to-one replicas, man, it's the best. There are so many great costumes out there, people that are just in character. It is a great experience. So I encourage you that if you've been on the fence about it and you can make it make sense economically, that I would say give it a shot. It's going to be amazing. So March 15th, they're going to go back on sale. In the meantime, if you have tickets in the past or already have tickets, there's a Celebration store. It's already open. It is going to be the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones, so some of the merchandise is branded like that, which is pretty cool. But I'm very excited. So I've already booked my Airbnb. It's refundable though, so I'm going to be on there with 4 devices, waiting, reloading, see where I can get my tickets first, and hopefully, guys, I will see you in Anaheim. So, like I said, hop down in the comments. Let me know if you're going to Star Wars Celebration. If you are, I would love to see you there. So connect with me, whether it be on here or maybe Instagram might be easier to chat back and forth. And we'll figure something out, whether it's on the floor or the day before or dinner that night. I'm super excited. There's also a lot of cool peripheral type things that happen around Star Wars Celebration. So as we get closer, I'll try to let you know, like, I'm going to go to this person's party and this person's meet and greet and things like that. And maybe you can join me there. So guys, thanks so much for joining me. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And I love to see you guys at Star Wars Celebration if you're going to be there. See ya.